Hello, I'm Keziah Thomas, the founder of Little Harp Social. When you receive your harp, you will take it out of the box and you will find a black bag, and inside the black bag will be, first of all, your harp. In the pocket of the black bag, you will find a strap, like a guitar strap, and also a tuning key, which looks like this. This is what you're going to need to get to know to tune your harp. When your harp first arrives, it will be very out of tune. You will have to get used to learning how to tune it every single day. The more you tune it at the beginning when it's a new instrument, the less you'll have to tune it later. So do be prepared to tune it for about 5 minutes each time you play it for, say, the first few weeks. After the first few weeks, it will settle down and you'll notice that you don't need to tune it so often. The strings are still stretching over the frame of the harp. So the first thing you're going to do is put the strap onto the harp via these little buttons, one at the top and then one at the front at the bottom. Then you are going to put your face through the strap and your left arm too. Then the harp should feel very comfortable. It's slightly resting on your knee and it's not going to fall off that way or fall off either side. You should be able to use both your hands then at this point. You're going to tune the harp from the very bottom string all the way up to the top string using the tuning key. The other thing that you're going to need is either a tuning app on your phone or a tuning machine. If you buy a machine, they are very, very cheap from Amazon or from a local music shop. I am using this Cork CA2. This is from Amazon, under £20, something around the £10 mark. You can also use a free app on your tablet. Or if you have a keyboard or a piano and it is in tune, you can use that to help you too. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to turn on your tuning machine and you're going to make sure that the calibre is set to 440. Once you've made sure your app or your tuning machine is set to 440, we're going to tune the harp from the bottom string right up to the top string. The red strings are C and the blue strings are F. From the bottom all the way up to the top you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then you're back to C, D, E, F, the blue one, G, and then A, B, C, the red string at the top. So we're going to start at the bottom and we're going to work all the way up to the top string. First thing you're going to do is take your tuning key and you're going to put it on the peg on the back. You're then going to check that your tuning machine is on and it's visible. I'm having mine on my left knee. Your harp, as I said before, is going to be out of tune. First of all, play this bottom note, which is C. And first of all, the machine should register that it is a C. It might register that it says B flat or B, and that means that it's so flat that it's one note too low. So you're going to have to move your pin clockwise to sharpen the string, and it will be tightening up the string, making the string higher in pitch. So you're going to have your hand on the tuning key and you're going to play the string with your left finger, any finger you like. You're going to see where it registers on the tuning machine. So when I play this C, the pin is all the way to the left of this little black at the top. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to move my tuning key clockwise. So imagine the clock, I'm going away from me and I'm just going to move it a few degrees. So think of sort of, if you're thinking of a clock face, kind of 3 minutes on your clock away. So I'm tightening that up clockwise and I'm going to play again. It's still a little bit flat because the needle is to the left of the pin. So I'm going to move it a little bit more clockwise. Still a little bit flat, a little bit more. And there you can see then the pin hits the middle, which is a little black dot on this tuning machine. It registers as a C and the green light comes on in the middle. So that now tells me that my C is in tune. Once my C is in tune, I'm going to move my tuning key up to the next string, which is D. Again, I'm going to play the D string. And you can see on the machine that the little line is to the left of the D. So it's flat again. So I'm going to go clockwise again, moving this clockwise. Very small amount. Do this in very small increments so you don't suddenly move too far. If you move too far, then suddenly you can realise that you make the string not a D, not an E, maybe even as high as an F, which you really don't want. So there, it's still to the left. Move it a little bit more, and the green light comes on, and the little display arrow is right in the middle, and it's registering as a D, which is what I want. Move now up one to E. Again, my E is flat, so I'm going to move it up. Green light on, little arrow in the middle on E, it's in tune. I move up again to F, which is my blue string. Play my blue string, F, flat again, because it's to the left of the middle. Great. Green light on, arrow hits the middle, I'm in tune. Now to G. I'm moving up again with the tuning key on the side. Again, it's flat. To the middle, and then to A, up one. A's in the middle, and then to B, going up one below red string, to the middle, and finally I'm going to just play this C and get this C in tune. I hit the green in the middle, great. So I'm going to carry on then up the harp all the way until I get to the highest C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then again, C, D, E, F, blue string, G, A, B, C, right to the top string. So I will work my way up, making sure that the arrow hits the middle and the green light comes on. Depending on your app, it might have a different way of showing you that it's in tune, but there usually is this arrow that shifts to the left is flat, to the right is sharp. It's very unlikely your harp is going to be sharp. They're going to be flat because the strings are constantly stretching when it's a new instrument. So it's most likely that you'll play this string and you'll play this whole harp and it's incredibly flat, and you need to bring each of the strings up. You'll need to do this every time you play the harp for the first couple of weeks. So allow 5 minutes at the beginning of your practice to tune your harp before you start playing or before you come to the first class. Best of luck tuning your harp, and I hope you enjoy discovering your new instrument.